Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and if you saw my channel update video for November 2021, I made mention that each week of November I was going to be doing a certain theme for my reactions of things that I'm thankful for. So I started off with boy bands. The last week was my queen, my goddess, the one and only Kelly Clarkson, and now we are jumping into the Philippines. Just Filipino content in general, whether it's music or series or whatever it may be, because I've made no secret of it. I've mentioned it so many times throughout just the history of my channel that the people of the Philippines have been so incredibly amazing. They've been so incredibly supportive of the channel, and honestly, without them, my channel wouldn't be what it is. Because yes, I have followers all around the world, but I think like 45% of my followers fan base is in the Philippines. So like the majority of my fan base is in the Philippines. And even just outside of like numbers and whatnot on the channel, like just the contributions that the Filipino culture has made to my life over the last like 3 years of this channel have been just priceless. From artists that I've reacted to that I probably never would have even thought to or heard of, to music that's been added to my collection. Like, I'm obsessed with so many, SB19, Regine, Morissette, Lonnie. I don't have any of her music on my collection, but love Lonnie. I was thinking Sarah Geronimo. Just so much amazing music, so many amazing series that I've reacted to, and just I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love the content. I love what you guys have done to change my life. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so first things first, we are going to dive into the person who started it all, the first Filipino person that I ever got recommended and that just opened up the floodgates to the Philippines 3 years ago, the one and only Miss Morissette Amon. And this has been sitting in a playlist for a while, but then someone else recently requested for it again down in the comment section. So I was like, okay, let's get into it. And it is Morissette singing and dancing at the Wish Olympics back in 2020. I believe it's a J-Lo medley. I feel like I read that somewhere at some point. I don't know. We're gonna just dive in and find out. John Chester. I feel like I've used this videos before, or at least I've seen them. At some point. I love how full her chest voice is in this. Ooh, that dress is cute. Hey! Hey! Ah! 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 Ooh! Hey! Come on, kickball change. Hey! Hey, 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 woo! Hey, 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 hey! Hey, hey, hey. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Come on, squat. Sling them hips. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Maybe this isn't a dress. Maybe it's just a top and a skirt. Come on, fancy legs. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be it might not be a one piece. Because I see her wearing the shorts underneath. I'm thinking it might just be a skirt. Like, I keep asking because the mic pack just hanging out like that, as a technical person, it bothers me. Love to make love to you, baby. Okay, boys, I see y'all grinding up. Hey, 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 the dance, the dance. Ooh, ah, nice run. Sing, girl. Okay. Slight little mess up, but that's okay. Lord. Come on, slow, slow. Ah. Ooh, nice run. I love that this choreography focuses on both sides of the auditorium. Yeah, that microphone bouncing around in the back, it drives me crazy. Yes! Yes! Okay, Maury. Okay, I see you doing the little singing and dancing thing. I see you, baby. I see you. Yes, I kept trying not to fixate on the mic pack, or it might have been a battery pack for like in-ear monitors or whatever. But like, I just find it so distracting because y'all know I work in a theater dealing with these kind of microphones and whatnot. Like, it's distracting as an audience member, and then it's nerve-wracking for me from the technical side, seeing it just bouncing around like that, because it could easily just fall out. It could easily just fall out, boom, there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars, depending on what kind of model you got going on there. And it just, so like me, and just my general background of dealing with that kind of stuff, like we tend to mic people underneath whatever costume they're wearing. So that's why I was wondering whether what she was wearing was like a dress, a one piece, or whatnot, because it looked like they tried to put her mic pack underneath, but then it may have like slipped out or bounced, like whatever the skirt might have like, hopped on over or whatever. But then I was seeing the cable run too, so I'm thinking maybe that wasn't the case. I don't know. Either way, it would have just been more ideal for me to have run that underneath her dress. I'd rather see like a bulge in the back of her dress where a mic pack is, rather than seeing a mic pack bouncing around dancing like that. It's terribly distracting to me, but that's just beside the point. It has nothing to do with Morissette. That's out of her hands. But yeah, performance I think was very, very strategically and very well choreographed. It's choreographed in a very strategic way, because if you'll notice, like, none of the choreography, like none of the steps that they did were anything super challenging or super demanding. The choreography wasn't anything that was super exhaustive or demanding, so it allowed her to still be able to move in a choreographed way and look good while moving with her dances and whatnot, but still maintain her vocal quality. Because one thing for me as a performer, and it doesn't go that way for everybody, I'm sure, but for me, whenever I'm dancing, singing, like doing a musical or something like that, I find that it's much easier for me to maintain and sing in my chest voice and my lower register. I feel like that's easier for me to maintain with less what's the word I'm looking for? A less consistent airflow. Because like when you're moving, you're dancing, whatnot, your air is you're not breathing at the same rate that you're breathing when you're just sitting normally. So me just sitting here normally, yeah, I can breathe, taking a deep breath, sing whatever I need to sing, and it'll sound fine, whatever. But when I'm dancing, I'm moving, I'm gonna have to breathe a little bit more because I'm exhausting a little bit more energy. So whenever I'm singing in my lower chest voice, it's easier for me to sing there with, that with the shorter amount of breath that I have when I'm, taking more breath and all that kind of stuff. It's just easier for me to sing in chest voice whenever I'm doing a lot of movement versus trying to keep things stable in head voice. Like, it's just much more difficult as far as I'm concerned. So whoever choreographed it in a way that when she was singing and when she was doing her choreography, it was all happening at points when she was in her chest voice. And actually, the majority of the medley, she was in her chest voice. There are only a few instances that she kind of slipped up into head voice, but you'll notice those times when she, did like a fancy run up there, or she did like the belts at the end of Let's Get Loud, or the beginning of Let's Get Loud. Anytime she actually jumped up into like a high chest or like a head belt, she wasn't moving. Or if she was moving, she was walking. She wasn't doing choreography or anything. So again, very strategically choreographed to allow her to look good while she's singing the stuff that's easier for her to sing, and then to, stand still to allow her to have that time to breathe in and whatnot when she needs to sing some of the bigger, beltier things. Very strategically choreographed. I like that. And like I mentioned at the top, I liked how much chest voice she had in that first part of the song. Like, it was a very full, powerful chest voice that she was doing there. And, well, not like super powerful, but in comparison to Jennifer Lopez, because J-Lo, she's not somebody who's known so much as like an amazing or like a powerful, well, debatable. Some people say, oh, she's not a good singer at all, whatever. I think she has a very pretty tone to her voice. I wouldn't call her like a powerhouse singer. She's a very soft, quiet kind of, you know, vocal quality, which is fine. Not everybody has to be a big, you know, beat your chest belty kind of singer. Like, variety is the spice of life. So when I think of J-Lo, I think of like amazing dancer, amazing entertainer, but I don't think like big powerhouse, full chest vocals or anything like that. I think very soft kind of singer. So it was nice to hear the song with a fuller tone, fuller vocal quality that Morissette was giving it. I do feel like the medley went on for a little too long. Like, by the time we got to Let's Get Loud there toward the end, when the dancers were circled around her and she was in the middle and she's like, let's get loud, you know, that first time she did it before we actually started singing Let's Get Loud, I thought that was going to be the end of the medley, and I would have been perfectly fine. I actually kind of wish the medley ended there. Not that Let's Get Loud was bad or anything. It just got, like, after a certain while, like I mentioned, the majority of her vocals were pretty much the same kind of vocal quality all the way through the medley, just a lot of chest voice. There weren't really any vocal dynamics, no, like, you know, head voice, falsetto, crescendo, and like none of that normal like vocal impressiveness that we get from Morissette, because she's dancing, moving around and whatnot. So it's just about maintaining the vocal quality that she's giving you at that particular point. So like, when you're getting so much of that, after a while, it gets a little stagnant. It gets a little like, okay, I've heard this, it sounds good, but I've heard it. Can we just either get something new or, you know, end it? So I kind of wanted it to end before we went into Let's Get Loud, just because at that point we were hearing, it was just sounding very, very much the same all the way through. It sounded good, but it sounded the same all the way through, with the exception of the few times that she did a riff up into her head voice or she did a couple belts there. But yeah, so I would have cut the medley down. And I don't really understand, like, I get there at the Wish Olympics, I don't understand the purpose of this medley. Like, I don't know what the event specifically was, what the Wish Olympics are. I'm assuming it's tied to like the Wish bus and all that kind of stuff, and like the Wish Awards that I've seen. But I don't know what this particular event was and why it required her to sing a J-Lo medley. Like, it, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, yeah, Morissette's amazing vocalist, amazing dancer, amazing singer. We're gonna have her guest at our thing, cool. But we're gonna have her guest and then sing a bunch of someone else's songs. Like, I don't understand it. But that being said, it still sounded good. It still sounded good. I just don't understand what the purpose of it was. And yeah, like that's it. So all in all, she gave a good performance. She gave you vocals where she could, and she gave you choreography. And the choreographer, whoever did it, was very strategic in how they decided to choreograph her and give her, you know, the room to actually perform and sing when she needed to sing, and, you know, give her some choreography that wasn't too demanding so she could still look good but still maintain her vocal quality. So that was smart on their end, and yeah, all in all, just a good performance. So thank you guys for the suggestion. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. Love you guys.